Hello, everyone. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I appreciate you joining me here on Hutch's Weather. We're going to take a look at this winter storm potential after the cold. By the time we get to next week, we could have snow and wind combining to bring winter back to the valley as if it left. Your forecast details begin right now.
Now, a Hutch's Weather Update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right, a special thanks to my sponsors at Robert Gibb and Sons, and I really appreciate you keeping them in mind if you have any mechanical needs at all. Let's take a look at the week ahead. We have our sub-zero day for the day tomorrow, continuing with wind chills. It'll be dangerously cold out there overnight, and tomorrow we're going to have those dangerous conditions continuing. Much warmer air this weekend will lace the air with more ability to hold moisture, and a storm system that the models are still not agreeing on a track, putting the potential up to 25 to 30% for a winter storm directly impacting our area. It could be going up, and I'll show you why here in this update coming up right now. First of all, let's take a look at the basics of this storm. This is a look at the European model midday on Monday of next week. Low pressure moving right up into Minnesota. A band of area could see some heavier bands of snow and wind combining to create wintry travel conditions Monday and into Tuesday morning as this system works its way through. And on the warm side of it, as it's working its way up, we could get areas with a mix of precipitation, rain, and yes, freezing rain, and maybe even some sleet out of the deal. Now, as we take a look at the snowfall potential, this is a very early potential map. It's not a forecast, it's a potential. Models are indicating a band of heavier snow in portions of the central Dakotas is possible. And as we look out here into the valley, we could see some areas with rain mixing with snow and changing over to snow as this low pressure system makes its way through. So keep that in mind. There could be a little bit of snow shower activity in the high country as well in southeast Montana. So this is an early look at this. These numbers could really jump up or really jump down. We'll keep you posted with regards to that. Now we'll take an hour by hour look at some different models with this system as we go through, and let's do that right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the European model. This is the one that has been since yesterday saying, hey, Hutch, you better watch this. And I listen when the European model is talking to me, and I like to keep my eyes on what's going on with the other models. So let's get right through the weekend. There goes our cold air. Goodbye to you. Well, at least it's kept us mosquito free. Now, check this out. A little Colorado low zips out. This is not the system, but it could bring southern Minnesota and Iowa a mix of wintry weather. This one's coming out of the Pacific Northwest on Saturday night and Sunday morning. A Wyoming low develops now, not a Colorado one. This makes a big difference where the low comes from. If it forms in Wyoming and moves northward, the better chance of the heavier snow potential will be up north. And other models were showing this not happening. They were showing basically a track of low pressure system across parts of Manitoba and Saskatchewan, not Wyoming or Colorado. So that's the context. This Wyoming low on this particular model run moves straight east. If that's the track it makes, it's grabbing and scooping moisture from the Central Plains, Southern Plains, and the Gulf of Mexico, wrapping it up on south warm winds. That's why we have rain here. Mixed precipitation in purple and bands of moderate to maybe heavy snow with increasing wind right here where we see those isobars getting way too close together. Now, that's the European model, and this is a look at the track of the storm as it moves due east into the Great Lakes. The wind and the snow continues into our day on Monday night, and into Tuesday morning, the wind will continue. So mainly a Monday event with some impacts into your Tuesday, the way this model is showing it. Now, while we have this model, let's take a direct comparison to the American model and take a look at what it's saying for this particular storm. Here we go with that. Pardon me while I pull up the control for this. And now here we go. Again, we're going to jump through, wave goodbye. Here's the Colorado low moving through the plains as we go through Saturday. That's going to bring a chance of snow to Rochester and parts of Iowa, and that's out of here. Now, as we go through, here comes our system. Notice the American model showing one low pressure system up here in Canada, but then boom, it jumps down here. This is a big change for the American model over what it was showing yesterday. It just had one low moving across out of the Rockies of Canada and British Columbia right across the Canadian prairies. This one now developing a low pressure system in both Wyoming and Colorado, and then zipping it through. And look at this. Now, lo and behold, we have 2 models that say there is a chance for wintry conditions on Monday. Now, this is actually overnight Sunday night and into Monday, so it is a little bit faster on the timing. The wind really picks up as we go into your Monday with bands of snow, potentially heavy in places, and then it's out of here heading into Tuesday, but still windy impacts and wintry impacts. That's 2 out of 2 models. Not getting excited yet as far as increasing that risk for a winter storm too much, but I can show you one more thing here. Let me see if I can load up what's called the German model. Now let's take a look at what it's saying. This too had a low moving across the prairies of Manitoba, and now today it says, oopsies. This one's keeping everything just a little bit farther to the south, although there is a northern branch of this low right here that brings light precipitation to the field. Nope, let me look at this one is still coming in, as a matter of fact. Let's see if this model has it a little bit better. Here it comes. Okay, do you see where that low moves? So the German model too is now showing hints. That's 3 out of 4 models. Hutch's hunch yesterday was we better watch this, because the European model had the first guess at this system making an impact in the Dakotas and Minnesota. Now 3 models show at least some impact in our area. So the hairs on the back of Hutch's neck are standing up, and we could have some measurable snow. It could be a little bit more in some places than others, but the wind and snow could create some wintry and tricky travel across portions of the valley. If you have a question, let me know. But I love sharing with you some of the details of behind the scenes meteorology that we forecasters go through when we're trying to iron out the details for you. Specifically, when I am saying a chance of snow, I just want you to know what it is I'm watching for, and this is exactly it. So I'll keep my eyes on that Thursday morning, 10 below for the air temperature, 20 below up north for the air temperature. Now the wind speeds go down, but we're already so cold, we're cheek slapping cold. Nostril invading cold. And I got to tell you, it's going to be so cold that we're going to have dangerous wind chills to 40 below or more again on your Thursday morning. Here's a sneak peek at that Thursday afternoon, though. Temperatures start warming to near 0 in Fargo, 1 above to 5 above out in Jamestown. And look at the big heat is on in Dickinson. 16 degrees there, Glendive, Montana. That's almost rodeo weather out there with 19 degrees. Well, maybe not quite that warm. All right, so we have those wind chills in the morning that'll be 20 to 40 below once again. Chance of snotsicles remains. Unbalmy weather remains. Look at Brandon, Manitoba. Well, that's the looks of it. Would you please join me a little bit later tomorrow at 4:30 to meet Liam Holloway. He is Hutch's Weather Kid tomorrow. We'll be doing weather from the showroom floor at Luther Family Ford. Would love to see you support Liam from Oak Grove. Let us know your thoughts on that by commenting on Liam's broadcast tomorrow. Hope to see you there. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I'll keep my eyes on the skies for you. Bone-chilling cold weather, a cold weather advisory is in place for our northern counties, but the wind chills will be no fun down here as well. Keep your eyes on the weather, and if you're traveling, keep your eyes on hutchesweather.com. There's a link at the top of the page for you to head over and see all of the regional road conditions from the area DOT sites. hutchesweather.com. Anytime, no matter when you're there, you can get the latest. Have a wonderful evening. Stay warm. Make sure your 4-legged furry friends are taken care of, and we'll check back with an update again tomorrow.